Good evening. Tonight we're going to do something a little unusual. We're going to be doing what we call a story embroidery class, which basically is earlier today I randomly generated a form using one of Dramatica's brainstorming, and then a set of archetypal characters also using one of the brainstorming tools. And we are going to then through the story points, and I'll explain the rules in a moment. There are only 3 of them.
Hello.
Did we lose you?
Is everybody else still here?
I'm here.
Let's see. Hopefully he'll.
I'm here.
Everybody's here.
Sorry. I'm here.
No worries. I think he'll get it here in a sec.
Oh dear. Oops.
I'll text him and see. Where is it? Oh, there he goes. Okay.
I am for some reason I got dropped. I've all my bars here. Don't know what's going on. Anyway, so there are only 3 rules, and the rules are this is an open forum. So if you come up with some wonderful ideas, probably keep them to yourself, because this is kind of like anybody's, this whatever we produce is pretty much available to anybody. So keep that in mind. If you have something that you go, oh, this is great, I'm going to write a story, don't here, or do, it doesn't matter. And then we're going to go round robin, one at a when we get to you, you can pass, not a problem, or you can pick. You'll pick a point of your choice and illustrate it. If it gets off kilter, I'll help usher you back into sort of in the proper definition, so we keep it straight. And then the third thing is that in order to make this workable as a group, if someone establishes part of the reality in this story, you can't go in and do something that's going to sort of undo what somebody else has already done. And that's pretty much it. Everything else is available. We have so different story points that are available. Also, if you want to illustrate the characters, I'll show you what we've got in case you didn't get the sort of the read ahead. But you'll be able to see it all on screen. And let's see. I'm going to share my screen. Now, share that. So this is the in Dramatica Story Expert. This is the overview screen, and we don't know what the story is about yet. We have a story form which we can go over quickly in a moment. We can look at that in the story engine. We have a main character, Mel, whose name is Taylor. An influence character who's female, Nilda, and then we have 6 other characters, which I'll show you in a moment. Look at the story engine. This is the story form. So this is the raw version with all the Dramatica terms in it. And so it's the change, stop, fear, linear, action, option, lock, success, grid story. It's something that's really straightforward, kind of. In fact, other than having a male beer, which is not usual, and it's an overall story that's in manipulation or psychology. The main character is in fixed attitude, the influence character is situation, and the relationship is an activity. So I think it should be pretty fun. again, we don't have storytelling yet, but I'll show the gists. And the gists kind of start to make it a story. So try to, conform to as much as possible. When we start going through this, I'll bring it to the story points window. So you'll have all this sort of available to you in a very readable form, a table. And most of these, except someone's, the main character's domain is loving people brush their, okay. So it's an interesting. I mean, and when you start to look at it, you can start to sort of see here's an influencer having dark skin, writing jokes, the relationship domain. So you can imagine the kind of scenarios that might fit into this somehow. And then we have our characters, and our character list. Actually, if I just go to brainstorming, I look at the characters. This is probably something. Belle, Billy, Chris. Did not pick that. Gilbert, Lisa, Liliana, and Taylor. And what was interesting was, so Belle is the skeptic. Billy is the side. Chris is the antagonist. So you don't.
Interesting. Alrighty. Let them know again.
Well, you never know. Sometimes even the top companies, they end up using a lot of their connection power, a while. It kind of goes in waves sometimes, if that
Okay.
makes sense.
Yeah.
So his bars may be there, but it could be some kind of glitch, with even the top connection companies. They come and grovel and say, so sorry.
Well, does everybody have a copy of this? Like, I didn't get one. Did anybody get a copy? Oh,
No, I just made
Nice.
it real
Oh
quick
yeah,
while he was
so-
talking.
somebody could read it. Somebody could read it. Does everybody have a copy? I mean, I have a copy, but I was.
I don't have a
Oh,
copy.
oh, I wonder, maybe I could drop it in chat, right? Such
Maybe.
things. Let me think. Gmail. Okay. Okay.
I am back. Hey, sorry
Oh,
about
good.
Jim, I may end up have you run this just in case. If I black out, I'll come back. But
If you keep blacking out.
well, okay, I didn't.
Oh no, he did though.
Let me think.
He didn't black out, but he did black out. I would just need to have a copy of it. That's why.
I have. Oops. Am I speaking?
Yes.
I mean, you can hear me. Oh, okay.
Mhm.
So I have copies of it. Should I email you? Email them to you? What's the quickest, fastest way? I can pull my computer out and do stuff, but is it faster to email it to you? What do you want?
Maybe. Who else has it that already has my email address? Oh, Victoria, you can send it to me. Victoria knows exactly. who to
Okay.
send it to.
Okay.
She'll have it done in no time.
I think the problem is my location. I'm gonna this seemed to pop up right away once it came over here, so I'm just gonna sit on the floor here. So it's got a clear line of sight. And I apologize for that. All right, so now, yes, Dex, I know, good words. And so what we do is we basically can go down pick any of these and start to illustrate it. It's just, and of course, it could be a simple one or a big one, a very specific one, like an element, like a problem, or it could be the domain. If you want to describe the character a little more, that's fine too. So we just want to try to go and build it out as a group. Any questions? Any volunteers to go first? Well, Jim, I want you to go first.
Oh, you're terrible.
I know.
Do you have, usually we pick like a genre? Has that been picked yet and all that stuff?
We have not. So we can also, genre, location, time period. I didn't put together all that stuff this time. If we want to, that's sort of in the story information window. We might want to do those first since they're going to play with other fields.
Yeah. Yeah, so maybe make it a coming of age comedy.
Okay. And you can see the story information window. Didn't.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Just want to make sure it's following the screen, not like just on that one window. All right. Great. Anybody want to go next? We've got some easy ones here, like the play, the period. Those are pretty straightforward. Or go straight into the story points.
For us who are not around so much, can you just remind me what are we looking to fill in? What are we?
All right. So what we're looking to do. So for instance, here we have the overall story domain of psychology being manipulated by someone. So what you want to do is come up with, okay, so what does that story look like? What is it? Everybody's concerned about being manipulated by who? And how is that? How does that fit into a coming of age comedy? It might be being manipulated by your parents, or by your teacher, or by your little brother, or your girlfriend or boyfriend, or that's what we're basically illustrating. Which in Dramatic we call it story weaving, because we're going to weave the pieces together, but we're doing the illustration right now. So that's the task. And again, there are lots and lots and lots and lots of different pieces that we can do, but you get to choose what you want to do or pass or whatnot. Looks like somebody popped something in chat.
I was just saying, if anybody needs the stuff, I have it now, so I can just send it to them direct.
Oh, yes. Okay.
People have it if they needed it.
Perfect. Thank you, Jim.
Mm-hmm.
So does anybody, Teresa, you're familiar with Dramatica quite a bit, so.
Okay. So we have the genre. So since the main character really likes something about teeth, why doesn't the main character be perhaps an intern at a dental office or something? So the setting is like the dentist's office and his school, like he goes there after school to, as an intern. It's his after school job. I don't know. This is coming of age.
Okay, so but as a place, is that there's a dental office, that might be a scene, but so what's the whole location? Is this in Pittsburgh? Is this in Austria? Is this
I see.
in Spain?
Let's go with Toronto.
Okay. Canada, right?
Yes.
I don't know if there's another Toronto, but all right. Marianne, did you want to try something? Bill, maybe the time period?
Sure. Yeah. I feel like now's a good time to get in on some, like you said, easy ones, right? So,
Yes.
yeah, the period is definitely the 1980s, 1984.
Nice.
1984. Okay. So this is before some of these people were born, but yes, okay. And I unfortunately preceded that a bit. So 1984, excellent. We also have on the players, we can, if you wanted to identify, you know, a player's occupation or their description or their age, or what role they play. And by role, that's kind of like saying, you know, like the mother, the girlfriend, the dentist, the whatever, you know, that's what these things would end up being. So, because we don't have any of those, and by filling these easy ones in, it kind of gives us a cast and a sense of who we have to play in the story.
Oh no.
Victoria, do you want to try something? You want to fill in anything? What would you like?
Nila, the influence character, is a Cuban immigrant in Toronto, and that's why she has dark skin.
Ah, excellent. Oops. Okay. Okay. Excellent. All right. And how about Levi? Or is it Levi or Levi?
Levi, yeah. I'm kind of not really sure with the interglacial age, if that has like a meaning, or am I supposed to just come up with it too?
I'm sorry?
For the concern of the past being part of the interglacial age.
Okay.
I wasn't really sure what that meant.
That would be for
the same character, Nil, the influence character.
Oh, the influence character. Okay. All right. So the concern of the past being part of the interglacial age. You mean, what does interglacial mean?
I wasn't really sure what that means. Does that mean that they're from the past? Does that mean that they're from the future?
Well, actually, let me just do a little Google, see what it thinks that is. I'm not sure, that just popped up, and if it's we can also change it if it's too weird.
Yeah, I don't know.
Although we can just also leave it alone. So that is, that says between about 120 and 11,000, 120,000 and 11,500 years ago. So that does mean that it's so they're concerned is about something that happened in the past. It doesn't mean that they are from that period. It just means that that's what they're concerned about. You know, like someone who is worried about
prehistoric teeth,
or the fact that, you know, we're going through climate change and we might go into a global winter and we're going to go right back to everything being frozen again. I mean, that's the whole point of you know, just coming up with this, finding something that where it makes sense, especially by doing that, you can start coming up with really out of the box thinking, and like, oh, okay, that's a very specific thing that this character is concerned about. You know, and since Nilda's from, you know, Cuba, you know, warm climate and maybe rising seas and all that stuff, she might have a preoccupation with it. Who knows? I'm just riffing, but that's effectively what we want to do here. It's really best not to overthink things. Try to make it simple and easy.
Okay.
You know, that's the fun of this, is what I'm really trying to have you do, as opposed to it being your own story where you struggle over absolutely every single detail. This is supposed to be kind of fun, and you know, if it's silly, so what? we're fine with that.
Okay, well then going on that line, I guess I'll go with the response projection of making dire projections, and I'll have it be the rising sea levels. That seems like that might fit.
Oh,
They're concerned about rising sea levels.
okay. Yeah, see, I mean, that fits in well with what we were just talking about. Excellent. Krish, did you want to try?
Yes.
What would you like?
Okay, can you pick one that you would like to have done?
Sure, I'll start with something relatively easy. Why don't we start off? Belle, who is the skeptic, what does she do? What's her occupation? And what's her age?
How old is he?
This is a woman, Belle.
No, but the
we
main
don't know.
character.
Don't have any of that set yet. If you
Well,
want to, if you'd like to set his age, you can set his age.
Well, we can make her, I mean, because we can probably make her 28.
No wrong answer.
Oh, sorry.
No. As I say, there's no wrong answer.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. I guess 28 is
Okay, and
enough experience.
what kind of occupation? What would you like your character to be doing for a living?
Could she be a science fiction writer?
Sure, if you say so. So she's a science fiction writer.
And she probably works part-time at the dentistry like all writers and actors.
Okay, excellent. So we know a little bit about Belle and what she does, what her occupation is, and a little bit about her part-time work. Okay, excellent. I think Jim, your turn.
Oh,
Oh,
I want to do the overall story concern of planning to die.
okay. It's concern. Wait, overall story concern. Oh, planning to die, right.
Planning to die. So these are a group of college students who
Okay.
are a part of the Future Funeral Planners of Canada. And they have this morbid curiosity with, it's not so much morbid curiosity as is it's a form of self-expression, is how to plan out your funeral and how to plan out how you would be celebrated and remembered.
Okay, can you say that again? I was just following. It's very interesting.
Yeah, so it's a group of college students.
Uh-huh.
And they are part of something called the Future Funeral Planners of Canada.
Future funeral parlors? Right.
Funeral planners. So it's like it's a group that likes to plan out their funeral, not because they're like obsessed with death or it's like a death cult, but more that it's a form of self-expression and how you can be best remembered.
So by planning their own funerals or mock funeral.
Yeah.
Okay. Great. All right, Teresa.
Okay, so given that, can we go back to the players?
Yeah.
Can I see Billy real quick? Is Billy, I guess I need to pull up that list. I should probably
He's
pull
the
it up.
sidekick.
He's a sidekick. And Gilbert?
He is the protagonist.
Oh, interesting. Okay. And Chris is the antagonist. Okay.
And it's female, but it has a very androgynous looking.
Got it. Okay. So, sorry, and let me see Liliana.
All right. And this is the one that's male guardian, but
Okay. So Liliana as our guardian is actually I guess I'm gonna quite the senior citizen. So Liliana is actually 92 years old. He's retired, and he has actually just been diagnosed with a terminal illness. And so he is actually in the process of, a death and dying, or at the beginning stages of it, while the other folks, the kiddos, are thinking about their own funerals.
okay. So the terminal, it's cancer or just an illness, just general?
Yeah, we can go specific if you want. He's just been diagnosed with glioblastoma multiforme. How about that? GBM. It's a terminal stage 4 brain cancer, and not fun.
Okay. And ergo the name and identity change. No. Who knows? Okay. Molly. Is it Molly Ann or Molly?
You can call me Molly Ann or Molly.
Okay.
I like them both equally, and it's just, do you feel like putting two words together, or you're just good at Molly?
I have no problem with Molly Ann. It's just fine with me.
Molly's fine.
Okay, so
Goodness. Okay, so like the one that's real funny to me, of course, is writing jokes, right, as a domain, but I feel like I'd be trying to shoehorn something with that one.
well,
So
why is that?
well, because it's like we already have like this school. Okay, so there's a school where there's like a dental arm potentially, and there's like a geriatric who's dying of cancer, and
So what? This is a
a
comedy.
woman who's
This is a comedy.
this is a comedy. Okay, yeah.
A coming of age comedy.
Okay, right. Coming of age
And
comedy.
now this is the relationship through line. So this is going to be the relationship between our main character and, well, maybe. I mean, there is, yeah, I mean, it will be the relationship between main character and influence character. But it could be any kind of relationship. There could be partners.
She's a fiction writer. He's like, I don't know. I'm not sure about that.
So our main and influence, yeah, she's the Cuban, the influence character is a Cuban immigrant, and he is a whatever we have defined.
Like I'm starting to think about this thing, right? With because you said they're not a cult, but probably like from the outside, like people think they are a cult, And I'm looking at stuff like brainwashing versus instinct, or realizing a particular group's intentions. So I'm wondering if maybe, our contrarian or our antagonist, or I don't know, somebody might be pointing some fingers.
Antagonist. Chris is the antagonist, the female Chris.
The female Chris.
Lisa, I imagine it is the contagonist. So
like, okay, maybe Lisa, right? Works for the school paper and is gonna do an expose on how this death cult, and she's starting to blow this a little bit out of proportion, maybe.
Okay. So I would say when we start use that latter point, when we start illustrating these story points, find a nice niche for that particular, what that would illustrate. Working undercover, I'll just put that, and then that sort of sets her up for doing.
Okay, and listen, if you just want to take a piece of that and I've given too much, then that's
it's fine. It's just starting to tell the story as opposed to just sort of her description.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, it's again, there's nothing, no wrong way to do it. Just got to make sure things are in the right place. Victoria?
Sorry to ask, but looking outward towards someone is, for example, the character making another character as a role model? Because I'm Spanish, I'm trying to do my best, but sometimes
Where are you? Where do you see the looking out for someone?
influence character
Got it. Okay.
solution.
Influence character, looking outward towards someone. Okay, so this is she is going to be a steadfast character. And this would satisfy her motivation or satisfy her drive, but in this story, that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Because,
Okay.
so this would be, so she's always she, based on the problem, or in this case, what drives her or him, her, that's right, so her, she's constantly examining herself, and that, that creates motivation to do things. And if she started looking out to other people, that would pretty much satisfy that drive, and she would no longer be driven. So that's what that would be, looking outward towards someone, looking to people other than oneself.
Okay. No, because I thought she could be the nurse of the 92-year-old Liliana, and she could be thinking about becoming her or something like that, but
Sure. Well, you can make her she can be a nurse. And she could be who was it? It's Liliana's nurse.
Liliana,
So that's her role. And what age do you want her to be? You want her to be young or old or middle-aged? Or...
33.
Okey-doke. So that now that's, you're putting all that stuff in the context of what her through line. We now know that she's a nurse, and that she's Liliana's nurse and a Cuban immigrant. So these are all building to inform what's going on inside her when we start illustrating those points.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. And Levi.
Yeah, so I had an idea for the relationship through line of writing jokes. So, because I feel like part of the story might be like dealing with, I forget how you pronounce it, but the Liliana character's like upcoming death. So maybe they could be like actively planning that person's funeral, and because they're kind of focused on trying to like not make it like a sad funeral, they're trying to make it like, a joke, like have some levity to it. So they're trying to maybe they're struggling over writing jokes that are like not offensive but still respectful, and but again, maybe the Liliana person has like a really dark sense of humor, so there could be like some conflict there.
Right. Or she could, so it's whatever you want it to be, but one of them, you could also have it either they're both writing jokes together, but you have to find out where the conflict is. So is one for writing jokes about it, and one not?
Yeah, that's kind of what I was going for, and the Taylor character being a little bit more for writing more edgy jokes, and then the other character maybe not. I don't know. That's kind of my
and what kind of a relationship are you thinking about?
I don't know. I feel like there might be a bit of a romantic relationship, but I don't know for sure yet. And I want to leave that open to everybody. So
okay, having, or let's just say, arguing over writing tasteless jokes for Liliana. Oops. Liliana's. Can't type. Eventual funeral. Yeah. I've got it in my lap, so it's rocking. And I'm a bed typist. Is that okay? Is that what you were thinking?
Yeah, that's kind of what I have.
Okay, great. Trish, did you want to do another character?
Yes. Which character needs to be done?
Most of them. I think we have stuff for Belle. We don't have anything for Billy. Billy is the male sidekick.
Oh, okay. Can Billy be? Okay, I was thinking in a dentist office, there's the one that,
The receptionist, or
not the reception, there's the one that is like the cleaner, I mean,
wait, the dental hygienist.
right, I mean, that's not a dentist.
No,
but
right.
I had a sister who just couldn't get it together with college or anything, and she landed in that occupation. And so for decades, she's been like
Cleaning-
the
cleaning.
sidekick type, sidekick friendly, always,
And how old?
the
How
chipper.
old? How old is he? This is Billy's a male, but how old is he?
Is it
Anything you want.
okay? Maybe 52.
That sounds fine. Okay.
So he's lived enough to be everybody's buddy. He's been through lots of things.
Exactly. Okay, Jim.
Okay, so I want to go back to the overall story and do
Alright.
the overall story catalyst,
The catalyst.
having prestige with a particular group.
Excellent. Okay, and
So the idea is that these college students, their particular club is like the most prestigious club on campus, and everybody wants to be a part of it, but they're kind of snooty. And so they have a rival club, the Future Life Coaches of Canada, who they get into it with the two of them because they want to be a part of it, but they won't let them be a part of it because they don't really understand what it's all about. And so that kicks up the conflict between the two clubs on campus.
you mean over which is the most prestigious?
Yeah. And I mean, even just the fact that the future funeral planners, just because it's so prestigious, everybody wants to be a part of it, but it's like a limited membership and only a few people can get in. And then they mock and make fun of the other groups when, it's like, but your group is all about dying, but that's the whole thing. People aren't getting it.
But it's not a group. It's a group or club.
A club, like an after school club. It's like a college.
Like a fraternity.
Yeah, it's the same. I'm thinking in my head, I'm thinking of like Revenge of the Nerds, but like modern day or 84. It's like, you got your group that's the future funeral planners, and then there's another group which are like the future life coaches, and they all don't get along because that's the elite club and nobody gets to be a part of it.
So it might just be, it's a fraternity. It's Omega, Omega, Omega. No.
Yeah. Or whatever. Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. Limited membership creates conflict when parties, those interested are snubbed.
And then that would they would want to manipulate the administration to show that they're a corrupt cult, sort of. There's all kinds of stuff that you could go off of that.
Okay, great. Perfect. All right. Let's see. I guess we sort of start over again. So Teresa.
All right. Back to players. Give
All
me I'm Lisa. I'm gonna pronounce it Lisa, the contagonist.
Okay.
Is the chair
do
of
have
the
her.
life.
Well, we have
Oh,
her
we
working
already
with
have
the paper,
Lisa.
right?
Oh, sorry, never mind. Then let's
That's right.
do the Chris,
Chris,
the
the antagonist.
the antagonist, is the chair of the life givers and granddaughter
Life
of
Givers is the other group.
the other group. Yeah, whatever it's called, the life champions or the life coaches or whoever.
Okay, life coaches, life planners, life.
What did you want to call them,
Life-
Jim?
Like future life coaches.
Future life coach. He's
Yeah,
the
'cause
chair of the
one is
future.
planning death and the other's planning success.
Okay, great. And how
And
old
then and Chris is also the granddaughter of Liliana.
Oh, okay. Granddaughter of Liliana. Okay.
Of Liliana, yeah.
Great. Right. I just pop out for one quick sec. All right. So let's see. I think Molly-Ann, it's your turn.
Well, I guess there's one character left, but maybe I'll just leave that for somebody else. I was looking at overall story problem being favored by something.
Overall story problem. Okay.
Being favored by something, is that the problem? Yeah.
Yes.
Yep. So just jumping off what just happened there with the whole granddaughter situation. There has to be there's probably something going on, and I don't know if I'm doing this right, so stop me if I'm getting off track here. We're like, they got to get a recommendation, the club's got to get a recommendation or something. I don't know, the granddaughters club is obviously favored by the elderly aunt or the elderly grandma who's dying, and so they're gonna get something. Or there's a situation. Am I playing this right?
Yes. So conflict in the overall story comes because various parties are trying to get the favor of Liliana's like a grant or
Yes, thank you.
inheritance.
Yes, she's gonna donate a large sum of money to a school group.
Various groups. Vi. Wait, Vi is VIE, right? No. Yeah, Vi for Liliana's.
Yes.
I'd say inheritance, but it's basic, or it might not be that she might not be that far along unless you said she's
she's gonna make a nice donation, she might see the end coming, but she's not like admitting defeat, but she's like, I've got a large sum of money, I'm happy to give it to an after school group, and the best one will get some ridiculous amount of money.
Right.
Great.
Okay. Excellent. All right. That works. Yes. So no, you were right on target with that.
What is the age of the main character?
We haven't established that yet. Everybody's been sort of staying away from Taylor. So
Oh,
whatever you want it to be.
no, but he's in the college group, so he must be young. He must be like 21.
Excellent. And
Because I wanted to define another one, Billy,
okay.
who is the same age. Is
No,
the
we have Billy as a 52
okay.
year old dental hygienist.
Then, oh, who else is left?
Gilbert is left.
Okay.
Lisa, we have Lillian, we have, and
Gilbert is the protagonist. Perfect.
Gilbert is the only one that's left, other than Taylor.
So, he is 21, also like Taylor. He is a student, but the nice thing is he is Nilda's younger brother.
Okay.
And the boyfriend of the granddaughter. I don't remember who is the granddaughter.
That would be Lisa. Nope.
Chris.
Chris. Oh.
Oh.
Okay, got it. So Gilbert and
Chris.
Chris is boyfriend. No, boyfriend? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
They have a romantic relationship.
Right. Got it. So Gilbert and Chris, got it. It's kind of hard. I'm twisting my head for Chris. It's like, wait, okay, they're boys. No. Chris is female. Got it. Not that that's a problem, but all right. And Levi. Oh, or did I skip? Teresa, did you do yours? Yeah. Okay. So that Levi.
Okay, I don't know if I really have any like story points to fill in. I just had a thought though that maybe let's see what the name was. Chris and Gilbert. Gilbert is like the head of the one, even though they are boyfriend girlfriend. There could be like she's chair of the one and he's chair of the other. That was my only thought.
Oh, I see. Well, he's the protagonist, so he's the head of he's the president of the what's it called, John? Jim?
Future Funeral.
Yeah.
Future Funeral Planners of Canada.
Yeah.
So there could be like a bit of a dynamic there. I didn't really have one yet for
No, that's great. But you've set up basically a relationship between the protagonist and the antagonist as boyfriend, girlfriend. Which would be really sort of inconvenient. At least in the context of this story, they're on opposite sides. Doesn't mean they're on all stories. All right. Okay. And let's see. Did I miss anybody before I get Prish? Not everybody else got it. So Prish, why don't you give us a little why don't you give us a little more information about Taylor?
Okay, Taylor is this the one that has a relationship? Taylor's the main character? Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah, he's the main character, and he is, what we do know, he is, let's look at the story points and the relationship through line a little bit. So he's definitely a writer because he's part of that group, and he's wants to write tasteless jokes for Liliana's eventual funeral. Of course, Liliana's the one who's planning on giving one group or a big wad of money, so you can see why perhaps what's the influence character's name? Nilda is not really happy about that. Also, it's a grandmother, but so
well, I feel that since this is 1984,
yeah.
no,
Yes.
Really? 1984? Okay. Okay. So this is 1984. Um, it, it would be, actually, it would fit. What was happening in 1984 was the very powerful introduction of computers into our lives,
Okay.
into the culture, into the world. And Taylor could be different things. He could be working on a way to use computers in the medical field, dental field, this kind of stuff, toying around with different, concepts of it. Maybe nobody else really is into it, but he's into it. Maybe, I
So,
hadn't thought that through.
so he's a student, right? But
Yeah.
what is he studying? That's probably the easiest way. So how do you work that into what is he studying?
Well, I can see him starting off in engineering, physical engineering, and of course he's working part-time in a dentist office, to pay for things. And I could see him being in engineering and maybe transitioning to other kinds of engineering than and it would fit because he was studying engineering, and the whole climate thing that you guys put in there.
Well, we'll probably, when we get into the main character story points, we can start
Yeah.
adding the
Oh, okay.
all that rich
So
material. So
okay.
I think that's great. No, we finally now know who Taylor is. So that's, since he's our main character, it's kind of was a big missing piece. Thank you.
And he's interested in, can I not say that he's interested in
Computers?
the concept of computers?
Yeah, no, interested in computers. No, that's great.
Okay.
Yeah, as an engineer, is interested in computers, as you said, it's the 1984, when the first Mac came out.
Yeah.
Oh, well, the first, Mac. There were Apple, and there were lots of CPM.
And I think Microsoft was doing something in
It
Seattle.
was relatively new, but yeah.
Right. But in Seattle, I think there was something happening.
Yep. Well,
Starting.
yeah, IBM came out, the personal computer came out about the same time, maybe 1983, but it really took a while for it to get in with MS-DOS. But yeah, that's all the same thing all around.
Right. I mean, that nothing specific, but they start to, and she's in science fiction, right? They'd start to be interested in, it's something to throw in.
Okay, excellent. All right, Jim.
Yes.
Yoy Twain.
All right, so back to the overall story.
Yes.
All right, so everybody's vying for Liliana's donation. So the story goal of conceptualizing or planning, which would be figuring out how things fit together.
The goal. Okay, that's on the plot points. Got it.
Yeah. So figuring out how things fit together. So, because there's a huge endowment or a huge bunch of money on the line, that the future funeral planners have to figure out how to make sure they become an essential part of the school so that they can get that money. And it's all about getting the best float for Spirit Week.
Well, wouldn't that be a requirement?
No, like that's it, because that'll be the big time when they have to do that. I mean, yeah, you could, but let's just make it that it's for Spirit Week, because it's it's going to be a funeral, and it's probably what's his name's funeral. People can, but they have to figure out how to become an essential part of the school, and specifically about Spirit Week.
Okay, by
and the best float, and then whoever has the best float gets her money. That was what I was thinking. Logistically.
Okay. By designing, with that developing a plan part.
Yeah, like how to put it, and then they'll have different ideas of how he should be remembered, and then craziness ensues.
Okay. Let's go with Teresa.
Okay. I'll take prerequisite for 400.
Well, we're right here. I like it.
But I'm not convinced I fully understand prerequisite because I don't usually work with this. I usually write holistic stories. So, but let's see. Conditions. Okay, got it. So the prerequisite has to be studying dance, and so it's something to do with they're going to dance as part of this. They're going to dance on floats or at this, I don't know. They have to dance. That's all I got. But it has, but in order, they have to study the dance in order to help them develop the float, because I don't know, they've got to figure out where they're choreographing on the float.
All right. Do you mind if I throw in a little bit of information that's based on stuff we already have?
Yes, please.
Okay, so if we go back and we see that that Nilda is Cuban, right? And she's Liliana's nurse. And if she's a really friendly nurse, then maybe it might be one of those things where they're trying to come up with something that she'll like. Again, if she likes Nilda. And so maybe figure out what type of dancing that they're going to need to do for the float. So they're learning how to do different dances, or learn what dances might be best for that would be most appealing to Liliana.
Most attention grabbing.
Right. So learn. Do you want it to be a how to, or is it a how to dance, or is it just learn what kinds of dance?
It's gonna be the whole shebang. They're gonna have to learn the types of dance, and then they're gonna have to narrow it down, and then they're gonna have to learn to do the dance. And at the end, we're gonna have a big fabulous dance number on the float.
Okay. Well then, let's just say learn how to dance.
Perfect.
Right, because I think we're going to find the other ones are going to give those other flavors of, sort of like what it's for and all that fun. Learn how to dance for the float. I mean, it could also be learn who's, anything to do with that, because it could also be learning about who are the best teachers, or learning, which dance groups in the school are the best dancers, or, so you could go that. I mean, it's great. It works really well. Okay. Molly Ann.
Hello, I'm thinking of taking it back to our contrarian and
You mean the player?
the player?
Okay, you're contrarian. I'm not sure where you do want me to go.
I'm thinking of the overall story.
Oh, okay.
I'm looking at the overall story and trying to bring back one of our characters who is oh gosh, now I can't remember the name.
You mean the antagonist? Or the
contagonist, thank you, who works for the school paper. Okay.
So our contagonist that's antagonist, that's psychic, right? Lisa, right.
Lisa?
And she's the one who works for the school paper.
She works for the school paper. So I'm looking at the overall story, and I'm gonna try to find a place to have her create a little trouble. And
this might work, because this is the symptom is what people would think is the apparent problem. It's not the real source, but it's the symptom. It's the one that comes up. And since she's in the paper, and it's prognosticating about a particular group. So who's she saying? Who's she dishing what about which group?
She is definitely dishing about the future funeral planners and saying some not so nice things about how they do have cult tendencies and just putting a shadow over their whole reputation. Which might even get to our grandmother. I don't know if this is too many plot points, get to our grandmother, you know, so the
Right.
grandmother now thinks that these guys might be occults in some way. Because the grandmother obviously reads the school paper.
Okay, so what I put down is Lisa dishes about the future funeral planners in the school paper saying, without evidence, that they are a cult.
Or maybe that she does have evidence, but she's misconstruing it.
Well, if she's prognosticating, it's usually that means you're, kind of like guessing or supposing, as opposed to, revealing,
Okay, cool.
Well, I mean, I'll just put a question mark after without evidence. Okay, great. And Victoria?
It it's getting difficult.
Well, some of the let's see if there's some of the maybe easier ones. Well, in the big picture, we've got Taylor, and we were talking about Taylor, who's the main character, who is he's studying engineering while working at a dentist office, and interested in computers. He's 21, and he also is part of the future funeral directors, planners group. But he's the emotion character, and if we look at him, his through line, his main concern is about, he's loving people who brush their teeth. So can you think of anything that might fit in there, since he's, he works in the dental office and he's just, he's an engineer. So how might that be? What might that say about him? Is that something? Or if not, another next one is concerned with recalling something. So
because he works in the dental office and works with computers, he's having the records. He's digitizing the records.
Okay.
So it comes to showing evidence of the crime. He has the dental records.
Oh, what crime would that be?
What crime would that be? I don't know.
Remember, this is going to be a lot.
A crime that someone.
Okay, well, we don't have to specify. We can just say he finds. Okay, so he's
while working in he's making digital all the patient's records of the dentist, and he will find out who committed the crime when it comes to that point, because he has the records. And it would be the issue of whether to show the evidence or not.
Okay, I'll just put it this way. So while working in a dentist's office filing patient's information, Taylor discovers evidence of a crime. So that's he's like, and what should he do? So he's dealing with the angst of, oh my God, what do I do about this? We don't have to answer that question. We're just posing, as you described a very important moment in the story, and so it's perfect. All right, Levi.
Okay, so I had one. I'm not really sure if this fits better in main character or overall story, but it kind of crosses over to both. But it's the solution of ability, being able-bodied, and then in the OS it's being someone able, but they're able to engineer a crazy float with like pyrotechnics and Cirque du Soleil and everything after like the Because I'm assuming that the funeral, their float got destroyed at the last minute by the life coaches, and so he's able to like still like engineer one really quickly, you know.
Oh, that's great, especially because he's a computer person really early on. He can do some big light show on it.
Yeah, just something crazy.
But something that now is like nothing, but then would have been like,
yeah.
oh.
1984.
Yeah, that's right. 1984. She's like, wow, this is fantastic. Okay. And he wasn't even the protagonist who did it, but because he's the main character, he's the one who makes it happen. So Taylor rescues the float after it has been damaged by the competition. Using his computer skills, he turns the remaining portion of the float into an amazing light show. So does that sound like what you were thinking of? Something along those lines? Taylor rescues the float after it has been damaged by the competition. Using his computer skills, he turns the remaining portion of the float into an amazing light show. Okay, great. Let's see. Prish, was there anything that you wanted to take a stab at?
Hi there.
Hi
Counterpoint.
I think what might,
Does anything stand out that should be done?
well, okay, here's one. So we have a benchmark of having writer's block. And I mean, and I think who's your character? So what kinds of things in the overall story, which is really sort of turning, it's a, you know, coming of age comedy at a college with all sorts of shenanigans going on, and there's a huge competition.
So does this just happen one time as a benchmark?
No, it's going to
Oh.
happen. It's going to happen over time. So
Well, they could take their turns. You could have the engineer that's interested in this new thing called computers, trying to write something and having writer's block with that. You have your science fiction writer who can have writer's block with you know, writing something that's real life, but not wanting it to be real life. You know, wanting it to be on another planet, so it doesn't have to be, you know, that kind of writer's block. They can all take turns having a writer's block about something.
So I would say, then in this case, let's say various writers slowly get over their writer's block as the story progresses. And that way it would be the sci-fi writer wasn't able to write something, and you've got you've got Taylor, who's the main character. Maybe he wants to come up with something, but he can't.
And you might have
write
the
code.
dentist. the dentist having to write a letter of recommendation for somebody, should he, does the person deserve it, or did he hear the truth about something? That
Okay.
kind of,
Sure, yeah.
they all can take turns with writing something, and this was when people still wrote, by hand,
Well,
not
but they could write,
computers.
but even if they wrote it writing on the computer, but you can also
Right.
have, programming as a type of writing too.
Yes, that's what I was thinking. He could be stymied with that. And, someone can write something mean to someone else. It could be an interesting tool
Yep,
to segue from one character to another.
yep. But I think that's, as a benchmark, I think that's what, it comes
Yeah.
up,
Yeah. And it
to
could be
show-
different
to
ways.
show how the story is moving along. Right.
Right.
Okay, so back to you, Jim.
Okay, so just right above, since right here, the inhibitor of senses.
Yep.
I originally read that as hurting someone, not somewhere. So I think it'll still work, but so this is 84, and maybe one of their floats is making fun of like fallout from nuclear radiation or nuclear holocaust. And either the one they're trying to celebrate, the 92-year-old guy, or the person with all the money is from Eastern Europe and doesn't really find that funny and gets offended, and then it looks like they're not going to win. So some sort of scenario like that where they go too far and they hurt somebody's feelings by kind of making fun of the Cold War and nuclear fallout or something like that.
Let's see. Hold on one sec. Let me look. Who is it? Liliana. Okay,
It
so
could either be Liliana, who's like 92, or whoever was the one with all
she's
the
92. Yeah, that's Liliana. She's the one with the terminal illness.
So, maybe lived under Stalin or something. I don't know, something something where they're being insensitive to some kind of culture there and making fun of the Soviet Union or something like that.
Okay.
So if you want me to just say it again, like summarize, in the midst of planning their float, they end up hurting Liliana's feelings because they mock living under Eastern European Soviet Union Cold War era.
Okay. I mean, that sounds fine. It's just, I'm not sure how it connects so thematically to any of the other stuff, but I mean, that's just because there's a lot of little pieces that aren't there.
So like, in other words, if it's a competition as to who's like the best club, it's proof and evidence for the other people to say like, see, look, this club is ridiculous. They don't even realize who they're hurting. They think death is something to make fun of or to have fun with, but really it hurts people. And then so it kind of like just sucks all the air out of all the fun, out of everything. It's like a real moment that happens in the story that makes it very real. And it's like, oh, okay, maybe we should be a little more sensitive with what it is that we end up doing.
Okay. I get you. But if you're gonna do that, then their group is the funeral stuff, so it should probably somehow connect to that, right? Or not?
Yeah, then that's why I was saying like nuclear fallout.
Oh, okay. Okay,
You know, so it's like if that person is from a former Soviet Union, or it is currently at 84 Soviet Union, you know, oh, the way you want to be celebrated is with, you know, a giant funeral that celebrates your heritage, and it's like really offensive.
right, but that wouldn't be nuclear fallout because Soviet Union didn't really suffer a nuclear fallout, except Chernobyl, but that happened. I can't remember when that happened. So it was a little later, but it might have been right around that time.
There's some idea there to kind of just bring a little more seriousness to it for a second.
Got it. And very tasteless.
Yes, and as you can see, it's a huge inhibitor to all this flow that's been going.
Right.
So I brought an inhibitor to the actual
Process.
brainstorming process.
All right. Teresa. Yes,
Oh,
it
boy.
was a bummer. Yes.
All right.
But that's how it's supposed.
Okay, let's see. I don't know, I'm gonna jinx myself because I'm gonna attempt to pick some low-hanging fruit. I'll take
Okay.
influence, character, unique ability,
All right.
performing an intervention for someone. And our influence character is a nurse, and so her unique ability is to be able to perform life-saving medical interventions, including at the midpoint or something in the story, she saves Liliana, brings Liliana back.
Like CPR or what?
Yes, let's do. She is an advanced CPR certified nurse who has perfected her own technique, because at that time they were still I think they were still doing in with the good air, out with the bad air. So she is
No, it was that ended a lot earlier than that.
a lot earlier. Okay.
Yeah, the
So
Heimlich
anyway,
Heimlich came around in the 70s, I think.
okay. So she is really good at CPR, among other medical interventions, you know, that might be needed, but that's kind of the big one.
Right. Yeah. Especially if that's her charge, and yeah, she's able to. Something happens and maybe equipment failure or whatnot, and then she's able to manually save her, personally save her. Excellent. That is a low hanging fruit. But it's because it's low hanging because we set up all the parameters. You know, that's why it just sort of falls into place. Making her a nurse, etc. Okay. And let's go to Molly Ann.
That was a really good one, Teresa. I'm gonna attempt a big move here. Stop me if I'm crazy.
I would never stop.
Stop. I'm looking at influence character, signpost, and relationship signpost, and overall story planning something signpost, and main character signpost all in one.
Signpost what?
Signpost 4, sorry.
Oh, okay.
Everybody's fourth signpost,
Okay.
I think, could be that besides the Technotronics electronic light show, which is amazing, of course, it was going to just put this float right over the top with all the dance moves, etc., that they realize that they have to make this about Liliana, and our main character Taylor, he's all, Liliana's got a perfect set of teeth. And he wants to, they are as a group going to give her a perfect funeral on their float while they're dancing. This might be too much. Where they're going to like give her eulogy almost, like as if it's her funeral. And they because when this signpost 4, creating a genealogy for a particular group, they actually break it down through her genealogy as to why she has such amazing teeth.
Okay.
And that, of course, because they make it about her and her, of course they're going to win the money, like, because they really like nail everything. But that would mean in their relationship that they're appreciating. So maybe I'm taking this too far down the curve, but appreciating someone as the relationship signpost for, they're going to appreciate Liliana. Our main character signpost, he's going to recognize that she has, you know, her genealogy gives her a great set of teeth. I mean, is this too much?
I had an idea for genealogy too, so
Okay,
I can mention that if
yeah, throw it in there, Levi. Just
Sure.
just
Okay, so let's start off with that genealogy combo pack here.
okay. Yeah, it might conflict a tiny bit, but I don't think it does too much. But basically, so because I think we said that I think it's the grandmother had something kind of like dementia. Is that what we established?
She's like a brain. Is it a brain tumor? Is that what it is? GMB?
Yes, she had GBM. It's a terminal brain tumor.
Okay, is it kind of similar to dementia at all, or no?
It depends on where it's located. You could put it anywhere you
Okay.
want, and the answer would be probably yes. We'll say
Because
yes.
I was
Frontal
gonna
lobe.
because I think thematically I had a connection idea with let's see what the name was, the nurse character, the Nilda character, and kind of her role thematically in the story, because it seems like, and this kind of crosses a few different points, so I'm not exactly sure exactly where to slot it in, but something with like the being part of the interglacial age, and like she's worried about rising sea levels. I'm thinking that there could be something like she's afraid of like losing her culture and like her kind of cultural thing with like her Cuban culture. But then the signpost for my idea was that maybe like something to do like with the granddaughter is like afraid of losing, like, because she thinks it's like a whatever the disease is like a hereditary condition. So she's like, that's part of like some of what her angst, I guess, is about. And then so maybe doing something like the float idea and connecting it to the grandfather or to the grandmother resolves some of the tension between the two big groups was sort of my idea. I don't know if that totally changes or conflicts with anything, but it felt thematically right.
Okay, so for the influence character, who is the nurse, right? But she's also working with the future funeral planners, right? Isn't that right? Because I know she interacts a lot with Taylor, who's working on it. And he wants to write jokes and stuff, and she's like, no, this is not a funny thing. Maybe part of what she's able to do is convince him to incorporate the genealogy into the float.
Yeah.
To not to make it less humorous or whatever,
Yeah.
but to make it honor her patient, who's also the one who's the benefactor, right?
Yeah, I like that.
Okay. Nilda convinces
studios are gonna love this.
Taylor
It's got everything.
that's the future funeral planners of FFPC.
That could be the title too.
Yeah. To include Liliana's genealogy, yeah, genealogy in the design of the float, to a period. I mean, that's really, but and they do. And then you were saying up here, Molly, in the main character, Taylor realizes or recognizes, yeah. Recognizes now it's under memory and not the past, but that's so one thing we'd have to sort of how would you include memory as the recognition as opposed to the past? I know they're very similar, but it has to be something that's a little closer to Taylor for that to be recognizing something. Like you're sure her teeth are just like his grandmother's teeth or something like that, you know, in their perfectness, and that makes him, you know, feel like he's doesn't want to really you know, he sort of goes from making fun of her and wants to treat her more with greater honor or something. I don't know.
Well, he's got the data, right?
Yeah.
Maybe he sees something he recognizes in the data
Oh,
that she's got perfect teeth. Like he's looking at the like zeros and ones of her teeth. Matrix style printout on the like old paper.
okay. I mean, obviously there's some holes here, but that's fine. Because we're only just blocking in big pieces. Records and sees how they are, sees how she has perfect teeth. Yeah, I mean, there's like you can go on and all sorts of other things which you can deal with that. And then you were saying in the OS, the planning was what was that piece that you had in there about?
Well, it's how to incorporate this information into the float. After their first one was blown up in a mysterious explosion.
Okay, so Liliana's personal, how to incorporate Liliana's personal information in the float, which clearly leads to them getting success. The last point of that rather broad selection, appreciating someone. Oh, and now this is going to be with the nurse. Oh, actually, nurse and Taylor. So they're arguing about the planning the phony funeral. And you're saying appreciating someone, who's appreciating who? Are they both appreciating Liliana?
I think they're both appreciating Liliana. Like they're they're arguing over what they're gonna write, or they're not coming together on that. But then when they both realize that they're to get what they want, they are going to appreciate Liliana, then they're going to come together on how to celebrate her. And of course the words will just flow.
And what quality of Liliana? Or just
I mean, her fantastic set of chompers.
I'll just say qualities.
And other qualities, yeah.
All right. And two. Okay, great. All right, so that means Victoria.
I was thinking about the influence character issue, having foresight.
Oh, yes.
So Nilda has foresight, as many Cubans do, but instead of doing it with the shells of nails, she has dreams and premonitions, And she's afraid because she sees something really bad happening with rising the sea levels. That's why she's so preoccupied about it. And she knows there is no use in telling people what she has dreamt, or so she knows what is coming, but she never acts upon it.
Knows what is coming.
She never says and she never acts upon it. Because people get afraid, scared, mad, they think she's mad, that kind of things.
Okay. Okay, so I actually filled in the two halves. So the issue is prediction. Nilda has dreams and premonitions of rising sea levels, but then interdiction, which is the other side, which is doing something about it effectively. She knows what's coming, but doesn't act because she doesn't think people will do anything, and they may be afraid and take it out on her. So that's sort of the, I know what terrible's coming. I could do something about it, or not to, because you know they're not going to believe me anyway, and yeah. So that's how you get the sort of that both sides of that argument. Good, excellent. All right, Prish, did you have any particular ones that you were thinking of?
The elderly lady with the perfect teeth.
Yes.
It can't. It could be that she is always telling jokes and laughing and smiling, that her teeth are foremost.
Okay, I'm trying to see where that might fit
But
in.
not if there's something else, because they were saying how do her teeth, you know, how do we know about her teeth? I mean, if somebody's always laughing, you know, and smiling, and you know, you see their teeth. So there's that. You tell jokes. But do you have something else that you'd like taken care of?
Well, there's a lot of things, but I'm trying to see if there's anything that sort of fits that.
That just popped into my mind. So
Right.
so we have it there if it pops up.
Okay. If it pops up, yeah, we'll find a spot for that. All right, Jim.
But no, but what I was saying is there a point that you would like taken care of?
Well, there's a whole bunch of them. That's why it's kind of easier for you to figure out what you find
Okay.
useful. If you've got one, let me know. Just let me know, and we'll
Okay.
jump. Jim.
Can I do the main character?
Yes, of course.
And where is it? Main character. So the only thing is, it's cover 7. Okay, so just to get to his character, right, Taylor? So we know that he loves people who brush their teeth. So he's always, whoever has a crush on, he always has to like spy on them and see if they're brushing their teeth. And he listens in on their conversations when it comes to like flossing, and is just really, really intensely obsessive about brushing their teeth. So like that, it might take him out to like, or give them like a bag of Doritos and just make sure that they actually to see what dental hygiene they have afterwards. It's like he's really obsessed with it, to the fact where it makes it difficult for him to have meaningful relationships because he's so obsessed with people having clean gums.
So he's obsessed with people keeping their teeth clean and healthy, right?
Yeah, and specifically the people that he has a crush on or that he wants to date. But he can't get a date because, you know, nobody can match his perfect standards.
I don't know if it's with which or with whom, but I think it's probably whom. Okay, I don't know that I'd want to be near that guy. I like the idea of him feeding them particularly grody foods just to see if they do the right thing.
It's one way to find out.
Just feeds them jujubes and sees it.
Yeah, yeah.
I was like, oh no, I can't eat these. They're too tough on my teeth. Oh, good answer.
Well, madly in love, yes.
All right. Teresa.
Okay. Um, I'm looking a little bit at like relationship signpost 3, which I know is kind of a random thing, but it says signpost 3 is studying nursing. And so in my head, I'm envisioning a training montage with Nilda and Taylor having to do with, we've got dental anatomy, we've got actually brain electric chemistry, which is going to inspire his later on pyrotechnics. I don't know, just like those sorts of things, where they are coming there. It's the first time they're kind of working together to try and make something good, because the jokes are really pulling them apart, and so they have this, I don't know, this training moment together. Thoughts, comments, concerns? Oh no.
Okay. Yes,
Who'd we lose?
I missed it just as you started to say it too. All right. So there's a montage.
Like a training montage having to do with nursing related things, such as tooth anatomy, such as brain electric currents, which will later inspire the pyrotechnic show, such as CPR, which will inspire some of the dance moves that will be done. And this is the first time that Nilda and Taylor are really coming together on something, because they've been kind of butting heads about the jokes and kind of what should a funeral look like and that sort of thing. And here they go, now they're together and training, cue training montage.
Okay, and it's they're training about everything to do with what? With
Like
the
everything, technically it says studying nursing, but so they're training about dental related teeth anatomy. They're training about brain electric circuitry, which will inspire the pyrotechnics later on. And they're training about CPR, which will be integrated into the dance moves.
That's very funny.
Yes, I'm seeing like Rocky theme. I'm seeing like the safety dance, all those sorts of things.
Right. And it could be where that's not the one that's used in the initial one, but that becomes
Correct.
the rescue float.
Yeah.
Okay, that's great. That's a great setup.
Another home run by Teresa. I don't like my place in the order here. I would like to take it back to the main character, please. I do think I'm not sure I quite get this, but I like where it's talking about the desire and favoring his problem. His problem is desire and favoring, and the source of Taylor's drive, the source of Taylor's problems as it concerns favoring. Now, does that have to deal with the grandma, or can be anything in his life that has to do with favoring?
It's anything. Well, it's probably anything and everything that is personal to him.
Okay, because I feel like it's like his dad was a preacher. Okay, and he like they were dirt poor growing up, but his dad, always favored the constituents that had great teeth. And his son was always trying to, be favored by his dad.
Okay.
And a desire to be favored for your for your hygiene.
Favored those with perfect teeth. Oh, well, which of course, you'd have to have Taylor had braces and all that kind of stuff, right?
Oh, big time.
Yeah.
Because he had terrible teeth. Yeah, bad, maybe real bad.
But never, so he needed, he had bad teeth and needed braces, etc., to improve them, but never was good enough for dad.
Yeah, he was never good enough.
Right. So he does, what he does is he favors people with great teeth, which is problematic because teeth don't really have to do with their personality and all of that other stuff. So they might be very beautiful. It's like it's a point of beauty, loving someone for an aspect of beauty, but not necessarily their character. Or, so yeah, I think that's great.
Oh,
yes.
I have an idea.
Yes.
Okay, the solution ability being able-bodied. So maybe he finally realizes that good teeth is a sign of good health, and that everyone's teeth should be as good as possible for them. And he starts taking all the equipment with all their ideas, maybe the computer, to the different universities and hospitals so that they can show people and train people how to do all this better. And
Okay.
able-bodied is carrying all that equipment around.
Well, I think you had it. I think, yes. I think if he basically goes from looking at, from looking at something as being desirable to being, are you capable? Are you able-bodied? That's far more important than having
Okay.
your teeth look good. It's kind of like the difference between it's better to feel good than to look. It's better to look good than to feel good. Well, now it's better to feel good than to look good.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. But yes, that was exactly the right idea, Taylor. It's better to be healthy than just look good. That's the long and short of it.
Yes, thank you.
The fortune cookie version of it. Okay, excellent. Molly, is it your turn? Molly?
No, I've already gone. Thank you.
Okay, so it's Levi's.
Okay, so I had one idea for signpost 2, and then just a couple more like kind of random details. I'm not sure if they fit anywhere. But then I had, okay, so for the signpost 2 of the OS, I had maybe the protagonist goes undercover and the other group going to like a party or something to spy on them, but that's when they end up falling in love with the antagonist.
Oh, okay. So
Um,
and this, where would they be going to the party? Is it
yeah, just one the party of like one of the other, I forget the name.
like the group mixer?
Yeah, for the other the bad rival team or whatever. What's it called? I can't
Yeah.
remember.
It's like the other fraternity.
Yeah, basically. And then just some random other details that I thought could be good is that maybe the float wasn't actually sabotaged by the other group, that it's actually destroyed in a small flood caused by rising sea levels that everybody ignored. And then I had
Oh,
maybe...
hold on.
Okay.
Hold on. Taylor goes undercover to the rival fraternal. No, I'll just say fraternity. It's not a fraternity, but
Yeah.
And meets
What's her name? Is it Chris?
yeah, I think Chris, the antagonist, right?
Yeah.
Chris.
And maybe they don't even know. Well,
No,
she at least doesn't know, and he might not immediately know what her role is in the thing.
right.
So yeah, and then they have to kind of deal with that over time too.
I won't put the and hook up. This is 1984. They would have hooked up, but it would have been later at a bar. No. All right. What was the other ones? They were just the idea of the
Yeah, the flood is what causes the damage to the other float. And then I had one other thought too, which I could wait.
what was that? It was an overall story, right?
Yeah, I didn't have a place for it. It was just a thought.
Yeah, that would be the whole story. That might be 4 warnings. Oh, ha ha ha. Signpost 3, destroying someone. Okay, well, again, it's sort of there's someone, something, but that's when the float gets crashed. And it destroys the group. Or the group's chance.
Mm-hmm.
So rising waters destroy float. Haha, it's a float.
And then I thought maybe something to do with the woman's teeth, or maybe like a filling with like a unique traditional metal or something they have, indicates that she's like descended from a different group, that she didn't tell her family about because they had to like flee and keep that a secret, and that's like a secret that the granddaughter doesn't even know about. But then that could tie in back into like learning about her culture and stuff like that and honoring her. That was my other thought.
Yeah, I did not sure where to put that, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if it slots in anywhere. It's just a detail.
Okay, let's see. Victoria.
I was thinking the influence character critical flaw.
Yes, ma'am.
And that's destroying evidence for someone.
Uh-huh.
And there is one moment when the crime of destroying the float, nobody knows who has done it. It seems it's been Liliana, since some chewing gum with her dental marks appeared, but Nilda accidentally throws them when she's cleaning up everything. So there was the suspicion that Taylor had of who was the one that destroyed everything, and everything was pointing to Liliana, but Nilda accidentally throws everything out.
Oh, that's not it. Exculpatory. What is it? How do you spell that? Just put some evidence.
Inculpatory, in fact.
Huh?
So the first float
Yeah.
is destroyed by some waves, but everybody thinks someone destroyed that. It was intentional. Especially Taylor. Taylor is suspicious. And he thinks it's been Liliana because of something with her dental marks is there. He didn't, because it's the sea level raising. But this favors the main character counterpoint of suspicion.
Right. Excellent. Okay. Jim, you're on.
Main character. I will take memories.
For
And
100. Yes.
I would say growing up, because his father had this game where he would make him the Tooth Fairy's apprentice, and it would be a way for him to teach him how to have good dental hygiene. And he had so much fun doing that, filling all the secret missions for the Tooth Fairy and making sure that all that was taken care of. That as he grew up, that's why he's so obsessed with teeth, because he wants to keep that going.
I see.
Yeah, it's like a core part of his identity is being the Tooth Fairy's apprentice. And deep down, it's a way to honor his father's legacy. I don't know. If you want to get really deep into it.
And you said, what was it about his father's?
Oh, it's like a way of keeping his father's legacy alive, is continuing his identity as the Tooth Fairy's apprentice. And that's the name of the movie, The Tooth Fairy's Apprentice.
I thought it was the FFPN.
You come up with something, I'm sure.
The Tooth Fairy's apprentice.
The FFPN
I suspect that if you had it, if you had it called The Tooth Fairy's Apprentice, I think a lot of people would feel misled when they saw the movie. They would want a real Tooth Fairy. Okay. Teresa.
Okay, I'm thinking influence character signpost 3. Have we done that one yet?
Probably not.
I think for influence character. Let's see.
Oh, right, go the other way. Signpost 3. How improving one's situation?
Yeah. So I was thinking at this point in the objective story, they just had the CPR life-saving event that we had mentioned. And so, and in the previous signpost, which I guess we haven't done either, I was thinking being up to date on a particular group, Nilda is helping collect evidence on the two different groups or whatever for Liliana in her role as nurse, and like reading out the dossiers at night or something, or I don't know, but she's collecting the evidence, helping
Wait, are we
collect.
we're talking about 2 or 3?
Sorry, I'm blending everything together. Apologies. Signpost 2, being up to date on a particular group for influence character would be Nilda is working to collect information and be up to date on both of the two groups that her patient, Liliana, is interested in giving money to. And she does that just as a kindness to Liliana, because Liliana's bedridden, and so she's collecting the dossier, information so that they can Nilda and Liliana can be up to date on both the groups.
Okay.
And then in signpost 3, and this would kind of be after a objective story health scare with Liliana, Nilda realizes that she has an opportunity to convince Liliana to redirect the funds towards like Save the Earth type charities instead, because the floats have been destroyed and et cetera, and so this is going to create conflict, because she is wondering, should I work to improve what really drives me, what gets me out of bed in the morning, my fear of the sea level rise, or should I help the kids?
Okay. So you wanted which group did you were thinking?
Well, she's deciding if she wants to redirect the funds to like a global warming group that would support her own interests in climate change.
Uh-huh. All right. Oh, and this one, and you said, I missed the other half of it. You said Nilda works to collect info on the potential groups to which Liliana may donate her prize or her money.
Or the money, yeah, and that
She said she's also doing side work, right?
she's doing that because Liliana is bedridden. Nilda is doing that to help Liliana, but also learning about the groups herself, because she's been befriended by Taylor or something, so she's also learning for her own benefit. I know it's kind of weak, but that's all I got.
No, her okay, great. Molly-Ann?
We'll stay here. Looking at I see Journey 1 right above there, as Nilda continues through Act 1, her impact on the future deepens until it switches to the present. So I'm thinking Nilda, right, because she has these premonition dreams. She's kind of like got panic attacks, about the oncoming Armageddon, because she keeps dreaming it every night. And I think until it switches to the present is like it's here, like throughout Act 1, it's like it's coming, and then it's the Armageddon is here, and the panic switches into the present moment.
Oh, okay. So like you're describing both Journey 1 as Signpost 1 and Journey 1?
I was just looking at Journey 1. I didn't really read Signpost 1 at all. But maybe I'm misinterpreting the definition of the Journey 1.
Well, it's going from looking into something's future, which basically if it's, she's looking into what, Cuba or some, I mean, we were talking about her being, concerned with Cuba because of what
Losing her
waters,
home.
right?
Yeah, so it's sort of this like this fear of the erasure of her homeland. Maybe something happens where, a large portion of the beach actually goes underwater during the time of this movie.
Oh, you mean something actually really happens?
Yeah, maybe.
Well, she,
I'm
Oh.
just looking at her impact on the future deepens until it switches to the present. I mean, I don't really understand the definition or like what they're looking for, so I'm just kind of trying to interpret it, but I feel like she has some kind of anxiety around having these dreams about the rising tides, and there's
yeah, no, that's right.
that's
I
enough.
may intervene. In 1984, Cuba was still part of the USSR.
Ah, okay.
Because if I
look at-
see the wall, Berlin's wall falling in her premonitions, and she might not know it's the wall in Berlin and thinking it's something in her homeland or something in Toronto, and she goes like, what I'm dreaming about.
Yeah, okay, that sounds, yeah, that's really interesting. And that makes her really anxious.
I like how we're milking the 1984 bit.
What?
I like how we're milking the 1984.
Well, that's why you set a setting, you pick a setting that you find rich in material, right? I mean, it's kind of the point. Great. Levi.
Yeah, so I thought of somewhere where I could slot in that one we weren't sure about with the dental record kind of tracing their lineage. I think that slots pretty well into the cost, studying early historic cultures. And then I thought I had one other.
What are those? It is plot points, okay. Costs. All right, so what did you wish to
So
have?
that's where I was thinking maybe you could slot in the idea about like they find they trace her records through something about her teeth to having this kind of family lineage past that wasn't like basically nobody in the family talked about because they had to like flee because maybe it was like a war-torn country or something. I'm not sure.
And what is it that they are tracing?
Her lineage, the grandmother's lineage.
Maybe she's really Anastasia. The dental records do not lie.
Chris?
Chris, are you there?
Chris
Oh, are you talking to me? Oh no, the Chris.
No,
Right.
sorry, I said
Okay.
Chris, not Chris.
Oh no,
Apologies.
that's no apologies. It's the tech thing. I just thought, oh, it's my turn. Oh, but
Rebecca?
yeah.
Okay, so they discover something interesting, or is there something specific you were thinking?
Well, I think it was like that she's descended from some culture that like nobody in her family really even knows about because she had to hide all that for her survival, basically, or for her family's survival before they moved or immigrated somewhere. And then I had one that was kind of an easy one.
I mean, along the lines of being Jewish or something, or
maybe. I mean, I don't know. Like, but something along like they had to flee. Her and so like a lot of her culture is really lost because her family doesn't even know it. Like I'm thinking this is like something that happened maybe like 50 years I know it happened when she was like a small child there or something. But that's
Oh.
something I feel like that they could honor her in the float with is like, I guess, I don't know, maybe you have to be careful with that because if it's bringing
Well-
back traumatic memories.
Well, right. Well, I mean, I think that might be.
But that could reflect with the jokes and stuff too, or like, you know, because I feel like she has a dark sense of humor, but again, it's like we want to be careful with that.
Right. Right. Okay.
Well,
Well,
and then
I just put something hidden. So
yeah, that's fine.
feel something, from something hidden. Yeah.
And then an easy one I had was kind of the response projection in the OS. I was projecting onto others. I thought maybe this could just be kind of like projecting, like everybody's projecting ulterior motives, or that everybody's all interested in this just for the money, and nobody cares about like her actual culture or anything. That might be something that they get there.
Wait, how do you spell ulterior? I thought that's not the right. A-L-T.
I think it's with a U.
Oh, is it?
Ulterior.
No, it's anterior. Oh, U-L-T. Oh, sorry, ulterior motive. Right. All right. Victoria.
Relationship signpost to.
Relationship signpost to.
They snatch the girl that writes the news. Leia. I don't think
Oh, Lisa.
that one.
Snatch the student reporter.
And I think we should like think all together which group they make love with, because that first one is really complicated.
So they snatch the student reporter, Lisa, and do what with her? You're saying make love with her? That, well, I guess maybe it was,
I
it was
was saying
1984, so it's okay then, right?
I was saying that the first signpost is making love with a particular group.
Oh, I see. Well, it doesn't have to be this. Okay, this would be the relationship. So that's
Could be animals or birds, right? Could be animals or birds. I mean, that
it could
something of
be.
the earth that they're observing, because maybe they're seeing that they're disappearing. And
Well, I'm not sure that's quite in the story we have, but yeah, it could be.
well, no, if they're concerned about the climate, about the earth, and things not being as good. Anyway, just threw that out.
So I just put they snatched the student reporter Lisa for her false report, and then obviously try to convince her to rescind it or whatever. Okay, well, Krish, did you have a topic that you'd like to do?
The secret life that she had, or her heritage, in the previous one, and then it switches to present where she goes somewhere with someone. So
yeah, that was what the influence character.
Nilda.
Yeah.
And she could maybe she discovered that her family was with the great connected to the royalty with great theater, you know, maybe they were great theater people. And that was a humiliation.
I can't find, where was that one that we were just talking about? She's, oh, here, no, that's not it. The relationship per line?
It goes into, it was Nilda, and it went into uh Four, ended up going with going to you know, going with someone, switched to present.
Yeah,
And
that's
the-
what I thought. It was,
Okay, so that's just something to put out there, so when we run across it.
here, where's present? The present, yeah, there it is. Okay, and Chris, what were you saying about this?
Well, I saw that it was it moves, maybe it's one more up because she goes with someone.
Who goes with whom?
Oh, Nilda. It switches to the present.
Oh,
And
that's
she
actually,
goes,
that's in the relationship. This goes, that's from, wait, no, it doesn't. It goes
it was at the
right here.
bottom.
Yeah, it influence card. Nilda has premonitions of large portions of Cuba, or that large portions.
No, it was in the the third, looking into someone's future, being up to date, in particular group, improving one's situation. And I just remember it switched to the present.
Right.
And
well,
then
here's the
and then
future.
she
because-
went, right, and then she went, then it turned into at the end that she went to, I took it to be that she went to meet somebody, you know, she went to see someone that maybe she's connecting with, that part of her life that they were humiliated about.
Yeah, but that wasn't here. Where was that? Oh, that was in the costs. That's right. That's where we were looking. The plot points, wasn't it? Yeah, this is where it was. So it was you're
Being
remembering two
ready.
different things.
Being ready to go with someone.
Oh, so what about, okay, so that is precondition. So this is, a precondition is restriction imposed on the effort to reach the goal as it concerns being ready to go with someone. So now that I know the context in which you were thinking it, I was trying to find it. What
Yes.
what are you trying to, what did you want to put in there?
That she
Nilda or
yeah,
or
Nilda.
Liliana?
Right. She just, well, I thought it was Nilda. She discovered that what everyone was keeping hidden was a tie to great theater people in the past. And
Oh, that's what you were saying. Oh, we just had that she's descended from something hidden, didn't actually identify.
right. And it could be great theater people connected with the royals, which would be an embarrassment, you know, throughout the decades. But now she was ready to go with someone, you know, to get more of an understanding experience with that. Anyway,
I think that might have been in maybe the 1800s, 20th century, but I don't think in 1984 that would really be seen as being something.
No, not to us, but I have a 98-year-old mother, and they keep,
okay,
you know, so humiliations of the youth or hidden things you know, it's no big deal to us, but so I was just tossing that out there as something to
Okay,
consider.
well, I'll add that. Maybe that her that is descended from actors.
Yeah, royalty, connected with royalty theaters. You have illegitimate children of nobles,
Well,
you know, that get, you know,
she's
great talent, you know, great brilliance.
I'm not sure. Okay, I'll just put this in. That's fine.
Sure.
Right, because when she was born, that around that time, that would have been, the actors were really looked down upon until after
And
World
that
War II.
and that could add to the lightness and humor of the script, in that when they discover what the great family humiliation was. I mean, it's just a suggestion.
Okay. Jim, your turn.
I will do main character critical flaw of prediction,
Prediction.
being unpredictable. So, as the Tooth Fairy's apprentice, he's convinced that he can predict what would be the best kind of float at the end based on people's dental hygiene habits. And so he organizes a function to be able to put it together, because dental hygiene is the difference between life and death. And that's how you connect a love of teeth with the future funeral planners. But you can't predict what people will like based on their teeth. So he ends up screwing up. And this is like kind of his flaws. He's convinced that he can make a connection between dental hygiene and what people want to see at the float, and it just does not work out. And he's the laughing stock of the entire school.
Okay. Does that sound right? As a
Yeah.
Tooth Fairy's apprentice, you can predict what people want in a float based on dental hygiene, and it doesn't work. Laughing stock at school. All right. Well, that was predictable.
It's 9:30.
Unpredictable results. Yes. All right. So let's just sort of go one more round, because it's already 9:20, and we could go on and on forever. We'll move on. Okay, Teresa.
Well, it's past my bedtime now, so my brain's shut down. So
Yeah,
I'm
so is
gonna have
mine.
to-
That's why.
I
Well,
think I'm
you
gonna
can always
pass.
pass. Okay, that's a completely valid answer. Pollyanna?
Hey, I'll do that.
Okay, well, I'll keep it real quick and short. I want to go back to the story plot points. Thank you very much. And we're gonna kind of piggyback on what we just did and go to
Influence character or relationship?
no, it was the plot points that we were at just before.
The plot
The
points.
points.
Right. Sorry. Yeah.
I'm
here.
looking at um Okay, requirements, getting an idea about a particular group. I was thinking too that maybe this is like where he, there's the other group, which is the life coaches. But Taylor is like convinced that they're all terrible people because they don't have good teeth.
But they actually they have to sort of figure out what they're all about or what. So getting an idea. Oh, you're saying that the idea is that they're terrible. They can't possibly win because they're terrible. They have terrible teeth.
Yeah, they have terrible teeth, so they're not going, but also, yeah, they're terrible people. And that could fuel his kind of, hatred for them. It's that assumption that he loves to do, which we saw in the previous thing, that he will judge people based on their teeth, which is really going to bite him in the ass at the end.
Oh, I like that.
Uh-huh. Okay. And yeah, okay. I'll leave my comment. But, Levi.
Sure. I could rapid fire a couple because I got thought of a few ideas. This one, I'm not sure if this fits more in the relation. I guess it kind of crosses with the relationship and just the overall story. Domain.
Oh, domain for which?
So for the relationship issue, did we do that one? Conditioning instinct.
Brainwashing someone? Yeah.
We did that one?
No, we haven't done it yet.
Okay, so for this one, I was thinking maybe they both sort of discover that the granddaughter's team have been lying to the grandmother, kind of exploiting her dementia to try to gain favor. I don't know if that, but that felt a little bit more overall story. That's why I wasn't sure.
That does sound not really in the relationship. That's about the OS. So
yeah, so I was thinking that's probably more OS.
Let me just look at the OS and see what issue it would be looking inward. That's a completely different topic.
So I was like, maybe that's just the manipulation, being manipulated by someone. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, that's a lot closer. So the life coaches.
Yeah.
Coaches manipulate the donors and administration, school administration. To try to favor them and disparage the FFPC. Something like that?
Yeah. And then this one, again, I was a little unsure if it's more OS or RS, but I had under RS catalyst interpretation being misinterpreted by something. Maybe the main and obstacle characters are like mistaken for, like as the grandmothers for her grandchildren, and that could kind of be like why they're all kind of together in the story. It feels a little more OS now that I'm saying it out loud.
Right, because it's if you notice it's a interaction increases conflict between Taylor and Nilda.
Yeah. So it's probably not there. But I did have a thought also for having a particular eye color for the inhibitor.
For the relationship?
Yeah. So I had maybe both of them have lighter blue eyes, which can lead to certain health risks and concern about like family history, all this kind of stuff, and kind of lead to a little bit of like a thematic conflict about like what you can tell from somebody just from looking at them versus not knowing their internal struggles, all this kind of stuff. Like maybe because it seems like the main character is more like we can kind of tell externally where I know that their domains don't line up that way, but it kind of feels like their arguments line up that way.
Uh-huh.
So that was just a thought. I'll leave it there.
Okay, so I just put in, both of them have light eyes that may lead to certain types of medical health risks. Discussions about which cool off conflict between them. Right? That's
Yeah, that works.
I mean, that's kind of in the realm. All right. Victoria, did you have anything you'd like to add?
I was trying to think what is left. In the relationship, the concern is realizing a particular group's intentions. So while they are writing these jokes and they become somehow aware of everything going out, they are trying, they give also small small performances with like focus groups, but they arrange them so they can learn what each group is doing for the competition.
Oh, okay.
So they use this small focus, like beta test of their jokes to try to find out what the funeral group and what the life coaches are going to do.
Good. Nice. They're very clever. Yeah, that's an interesting way of doing it, yeah. Okay. Well, so what do you feedback, guys? How did this process go? Does it made you a little less shy about like experimenting and just sort of going for it? I mean, if you ever have
Yeah.
oh, good. If you ever have
Yes.
writer's block, this is a great thing to do is you spin the model and so just arbitrarily just blast out a story. You know, it doesn't matter if it's silly or not, because as you start to fill in more pieces and things start coalescing, you start to see, oh, and then this feeds like it's connected to that, and this leads to that, and this, and it suddenly gets that really great feeling of a story. And you can always change the storytelling, but you sort of get a sense of, oh, that's what this story can be about. And I always recommend people do that, especially early on when they're playing with Dramatica, or even more importantly, when you're stuck. Because if you're working on it, especially if you've been working on a story for a long time, it's hard to think outside of that. And doing this, especially with the gists, makes it because it's going to put things together you would never intentionally put together, or rarely. And then some of the times you go, wow, I can't believe those were both randomly chosen to be in that same piece. And that's kind of like, wow, that makes perfect sense. Someone's hand go up if I.
Yeah, Chris, I have a quick question. Is that like a function of the Dramatica software that you can just have it throw out some gist for you?
Yeah, it is. It's in the brainstorming tools. Well, let me do one thing. Let me save this. Yes, I do want to save it. Oh, I'm back again. So, oh, okay, so. I did save it. So if I do a brand new project. And you are seeing it, or I'm not showing it yet. Okay, let me grab that.
It just dropped off screen.
Okay, just. Is it not on? It should be on now. Yes?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. So you go to brainstorming. And this is a blank file. And there's two features, a spin the model and change and character generator. So spin the model, you can have it keep existing story choices or just replace them all. And then assign random gists and keep existing ones and replace existing ones. The idea is if you want to do a failure bad story, then you can go in and pick failure bad, or you want the main character to be in a particular domain or anything like the parts that you say, I know I want this. Like Jim would never have a success good story. So,
Nope.
so he might go in there and do a failure good or success bad story. And then he goes, I don't care about the rest of it. Oh, maybe holistic. No. And then you just, I mean, somebody give me a number between 1 and 20.
14.
18.
14. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Oh, a failure good. Somebody's happy. So, here you have an overall story, the domain of being a loser, concerned living day to day with something, playing with someone's trade. The main character is concerned with bullying, and forming new ideas or about something and seeking permission to join a particular group, like Fight Club. No. And then influence character writing carousels, concern of researching the cause of an epidemic, and issue of establishing necessary requirements. So that's kind of the relationships about feeling cold and thinking seriously about some problem, and staking out someone. Oh, it sounds like a stalker. And so you've got something, and if you read through it and it goes, I just don't like this one, and you just go, okay, now we're going to go to 15. So here's 15. This is a failure good story as well. Time lock, holistic, change story, being an anti-Semite, disliking a particular group, dreaming of a particular group. Wow, okay, there's kind of a little theme going on there. Playing college baseball, arresting someone, having an attitude toward one's peers. That's the main character. The influence character, gossiping, growing up without something, assuming the obligations of another party. And a relationship, being stuck in a mall, planning ahead and making a decision to do something. So again, you can just go in there, unique ability, arm twisting a particular group. I like that one. And then you say, okay, that's great. I want to do that. And then I'll select the character generator, and you can assign pictures or not, which I'll assign. You can add a random number of new characters, or manually up to 14. So we can just say, let's do it random. Gender, you can say random, all female, mostly female, even mostly male, or all male. So they say random. Assign character names, and then I'll say a first name, yes, and then you can say I want it to be really common names, or I want it to be less common names. So I'm going to do more common first names, and I'm going to include less common last names. Assign character elements, so either archetypal or complex, or do it right in the middle and do a little bit of both, and then just say generate. In this case, it only gave us one new character, so there's only 3. Diana Blinkard, Rosa Estes, and Minnie Hilmer. Or if I redo it again, okay, this time it gave me a total of 10 characters. Erica Farber, Ernest Lefevre, Gretchen Krager, Lori Provost, Lydia Walby, Randy Lastovica, Troy Rizza, Walter Espenlaub, Nicholas Sisak, and John Laranjo. So again, it just gives you a way to just get something started. Then we did this in what, 2.5 hours? It was already starting. You can already tell, oh, I'm coming up with ideas for other things. They're just sort of starting to pop up. That's what happens. It's kind of like a snowball. You start off really simply, and then it gets more and more complex, and it just sort of all starts snowballing, and ideas keep on popping up. The nice thing is too is I suggest when you do this, just take with what you've got rather than trying to say, oh, it would be better if, because the whole point of it isn't to create a great story. The whole point of it is just to loosen things up and get your mind thinking. Because then when you go back to your own stuff, you might be able to look at it with a more open eyes, see it a little more freshly.
I would love to have a version of Dramatica that worked on my computer.
Yes, you and me both, and everybody. Yeah, it's unfortunately with the 60, there may be something that's going to push it forward a little faster than it's going now at the glacial speed. But we have to rewrite it from scratch.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, because
I want to give you guys my money so bad.
I know, and I'd love to be able to do it, and like to be able to, again, promote it and be, much more live. But it will happen, hopefully sooner than later, but it's just a drag. I agree. Okay, guys, well, thank you so much.
Your time, Chris.
And
Thank you.
I did want to do one last thing before we close. I didn't get any suggestions from anybody for next year's movies. So what I would like to do is see if we can just, us group here, pick one. I was thinking Barbie, but I'm open to whatever. Just because it's fun and it's light, and it's after the new year, I like it to pick something that's not fluffy, but just something that's not really, really heavy. Typically that, or like a romantic comedy, which I guess, no, it's not a romantic comedy. It's a comedy, but it's not terribly romantic. Anybody have any ideas they would like to see? Or
I mean, there's a couple of really, I thought, well done comedies out right now. One is Trivia Lady. I think you can get on Hulu. With Sandra Oh, which I thought was a delight. And I don't know if you guys saw Bottoms.
I saw part of it.
Yeah.
Because it was playing on, was it MGM Plus or something? I can't remember what it was playing on. I saw it.
I want to say I saw it on either Hulu. I mean, I only have like 3 things, so it's either like Hulu, Netflix, or Amazon. But one other one, take it or leave it, is it's a horror movie, but I actually really enjoyed it. Bodies, Bodies, Bodies with Pete Davidson.
Well, let's not do that one. Not
probably
for
won't like
January. Right.
Yeah.
Victoria, did you have a suggestion?
Yes, I posted there the internet movie database. It's a Cuban film and it's called Behavior, and it's really amazing.
What type of a film is it?
Social relationship. It's like a teacher and a schoolboy who behaves badly.
Okay, that sounds like a great one to do next year, because I like to always do one that's a foreign language film, so that we can, since You got in first. I'm fine with using that. I don't want to do that January, but shortly thereafter. And I will bookmark that. Maybe bookmark it right now so I don't lose it. Great. So
I
that
think the Barbie movie sounds fun. Actually haven't seen it.
oh,
So
all the better. I
I know.
hadn't seen it
So I'm
until last
excited.
week. So
I'd love to do that. And then another one to think about maybe for later in the year or even just far in the future. Sense and Sensibility. I don't know if you guys have done that one.
which one? Which version?
The one that came out in the 90s, 1995, Sense and Sensibility. It won the best, I don't know, it won an Academy Award for best screenplay adaptation or something.
Oh, is that with what's her name?
It has Kate Winslet, it has Emma Emma Thompson, it has Alan Rickman, Hugh Grant.
Okay. Well, you can send it to me, or you can send it, or send it to
Sure, I can put the Wikipedia to it right here in the again, just something to think about for the future because it won all sorts of awards and
we haven't done
really
it.
Good.
It is. Well, and there are quite a few different versions of it. So
You mean you don't want to do like the 8-part BBC adaptation?
Well, I really like the BBC adaptations.
Me too.
Quite
But
good.
I was thinking this one because
Pride and Prejudice, particularly.
yes.
But yeah, no, I don't want to do those for an analysis because they're just a little too long. Just doing the homework is a little daunting. So then Barbie it is for January, and by that time I'll have the whole schedule for all of them. But if you have other movies, just send them to me. It's either my Chris@screenplay.com, or you can also do Dramatica at screenplay.com. I'll get that as well. Alrighty. Well, thank you guys. I really appreciate it.
Well, thank you.
Have a happy holiday if you're in the middle
Thank
of
you
them,
very much.
or if they're coming up. Have fun.
Happy holidays, everyone.
Brilliant. See you, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.